Look at this. Finally getting a bit of rain, which is good to see. We did board this up so we could weather out the rain, but what can you do? Let's do our best. So a lot's changing, basically. Where do we start? There's not a lot of pairs in here. I would ideally only want 6 pairs. I'd like to have those top ones up. This is 1 pair. I'm actually pretty excited for this pairing. Definitely 1 pair they probably want to get a couple of rounds out of. I'm assuming these guys were only going to get, I say they'll just be ash reds. So the cock is actually ash red, which is your standard red checkery type bird, nearly that type of bird you'll see in the baskets and whatnot. But this little hen is a recessive red, so it's not a dominant colour like the ash red, it's recessive. So it's going to take a little bit to breed a few more like this hen. She's our recessive red hen. She's a fantastic little hen, and pretty much the best performing colour that I've actually ever had. So the fact that she's still here and still alive, and we did clock her in 2 of the races this year, is a good sign. She's done some pretty tough yards, but I do want to try and breed out of this hen now. We only bred 1 round last year. So I'm going to give her a bit more of a chance. She's really proved herself this season, even though it was short, but it was extremely tough. So she kind of did it. So she is paired up with the ash red cock, which is the father to my mealy hen that we always see. And also either father or grandfather to a lot of the other mealies and cockbirds that we've had. So we're pairing these 2 up. Hopefully the cockbird can bring a little bit of speed into it. This little hen here, she always comes home. Oh, here he is. He's a big, strong bird, though. She always comes home for some reason, no matter what. Even if she's slightly slow, she's always home on the day, which is really good to see. So I'm going to pair them up, see what happens. All the babies, I'm assuming, out of this pairing will be ash red, will be same as the father. I'm not sure if maybe there's some blue or something in there. That's probably a question someone like Adam Archer will have to answer, that they might throw, but we're going to find out. We definitely won't get any recessive reds. But Adam said that a ash red carrying recessive red is a very different kind of, like a very nice special colour. So it's going to be interesting to see. We'll just have to, well, we're going to have to find out, because we're definitely going to get a lot of ash reds that are split and carrying the genes of this hen. So it's going to be interesting. I don't mind it, to be honest. I actually like this ash red colour. You'll see some more in the Muleman strain that for some reason there's quite a bit of ash red in that. I mean, it's recessive red, sorry, in that line. But they carry a lot of the mottled white in it, similar to the Tiger Grizzle. But I really like this hen because she actually is like a real kind of solid red. But she carries a lot of grey in her, which is really nice to see. I don't know if that actually helped her, you know, get through the kill zone of falcons to get to my house, but for some reason she's remained untouched throughout the last 2 years, so it's really, really odd. But the big red cock is definitely a good match for her. We may swap her with another cock a little bit later, but I think that these 2 will produce some really nice babies, and we'll just see how they progress anyway. So she's not too far off laying, and you'll notice the nest bowls, they're all starting to get these a bit more twiggy and sticks and stuff in there at the moment. I had some leaves in the last round, eucalyptus ones, have some pretty good insect kind of benefits because there's a lot of oil in there, but this time of year it's pretty wet, so all the leaves on the ground are pretty yucky. So I've got these dry reeds. They're actually quite flammable too, so they've got some kind of oil in there too, so hopefully that helps with keeping bugs and stuff out of there, but we'll see. I don't know. I just like it. They like it. So we'll see how they go. I did have a big pile down the ground here, but you'll notice all the nests are starting to get all the little twigs in there, which is good because they are smart birds. So this is just something to sort of really get them thinking and sort of, you know, just keep them engaged. So I had a hen in here, but I've taken it out because I'm going to try and pair a different hen in there, because I'm not really worrying about trying to breed race teams or anything more. I just want to breed some pigeons, that are hard to lose. So I don't care if I only breed 10. If we've got 10 pigeons that are hard to lose, that's or 10 pigeons that can survive out here. That's what I'm after. Similar to my mealy hen that's in here, similar to that little red hen there. And there's another hen that we are going to bring in here as well. The other type of pigeons, I'm starting to bring in some hens at the moment, some race hens. I may, maybe this box, maybe I'm halfway through tidying things out. I may even bring in a black cock hen with, I've got a dark check hen that was done 2 really good positions in a row, so I might pair them 2 up. I am trying to breed a few more colours now, only because we've got colours that have actually performed quite well, like the recessive red hen, the black cock, and also the mealy hen, which she's down here. Come back up to your nest for a minute, girl. Come on. It is starting to rain a little bit. I'm trying to film in between the rain. Come on. She's been a little bit... she's a good hen. She's a character. She's not... Nope. So I finally got her in there, but she's paired up with Checkmate. And I've got an egg. You'll see the twigs are in there as well. She's a good hen. She's lasted 3 years here. So I think she is actually the longest lasting race pigeon I've got now. Not actually stock birds, but actually one that's been in the basket a few times. Normally she's a bit of a character, but normally she's quite protective. But I'd say that'll come when her next egg, all the babies come. Normally she'll attack me in here. But she's a beautiful pigeon. And she's flown out to, we flew her out to 515 kilometers 1 year. So I'm going to try and breed some more like her. I only done 1 rounder for last year because I was tied up with all these other fancy birds that we brought in, which they've done all right, but for some reason we really got to breed what's actually working here. And it's definitely this little hen here. And we got Checkmate in beside her as well. He's bred some really nice babies this season. He's the grandfather of the little dark checker hen that we clocked 2 times in a row, but also related to some of my good one-loft pigeons and some good birds from last year too. So I'm going to pair him up with something with a little bit more speed and see how we go. And this cock's, he's got a few birds in Pattaya this year. He's got like 3 sons or daughters of his in there, so we'll see how they progress through. But they're nice birds. I'm really excited. So this pairing here and my red pairing over the back here are definitely 2 of the pairings that I'm really excited about. I think that these babies should be pretty good. They should be able to, well, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that, you know, this is the ticket to being good out here. Hopefully, we'll see. Can't get too crazy. But I do, she's actually probably one of my favourite pigeons, this little hen anyway. Oh yeah, she's a bit of a character. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Hey. But she's a beautiful little hen, and I think the babies out of these will be quite interesting. So she's more of a speed bird, but she handles 500 and something kilometres, no problems. But this guy, a little bit harder, a bit tougher headwind type pigeon. So it's going to be interesting. The 2 sprint races that are on, they're both like quite tough headwind type races. And his granddaughter done quite well on those. So there's definitely some interesting genetics going in there. And we've got Apache paired up with this hen. They are kind of close related, so they do look very similar. So I'm just trying to breed some of these a bit more pure. That is Zeta's sister, and this one's like Zeta's nephew or something like that. So I'm going to try a round or 2 of these paired together just to see if these paired together actually do better, because I've crossed them out and they do seem to struggle. I don't know, they just can't handle the falcons and the pressure out here for some weird reason, because you put them in a one loft and they're absolutely fantastic. And I've got 3 babies off her in Pattaya this year too. Paired up to the last pick here. I've not got a hen for him yet. I don't know what I'm just giving him a little bit of a break. So we'll see how we go. But like I said, I'm not doing a lot of pairings. This pair, like most of the pairs in here, are going to have at least 1 colour with them, apart from this pairing and that one down there. And maybe this one, but I'm thinking about bringing, because I don't have a lot of, like, I'm not in a rush to breed pigeons anymore, so I'm thinking about bringing Storm in to pair with this cock. He's trying to push her to lay. So I'm just thinking maybe we try and get an egg out of her. It might take some time, but she's to that point where she doesn't really want to lay. You actually do have 2 eggs in there. Good gal. So we'll see. I'm not like I said, I'm just not pushing out numbers anymore. I'm just going to breed a couple of pigeons here and there. Just go back to enjoying it, like I said. But I'm trying to bring in the colours more. I want to see a lot more colour in the flock. I want to see some recessive red. I want to see more ash red, and I want to see some more black. And I was even considering about bringing my barless hen back in because I've still got her. She's still a fantastic little pigeon. But we'll just wait and see. This is the part I like. I like just breeding them and just enjoying the pigeons. And if we've got birds kicking around, then we'll look at racing them. But at this point, I'm just going to enjoy the birds because there's some cracking pigeons in here. And the one lofts are very close to starting up. The tossing has started, so we've got a few birds that will follow in the one loft process. So he's really trying to push her. But this pair is fantastic. I think this is going to be very interesting to watch, these ones. So I'll see you guys in the next video.